The day after I died, my husband came to my grave, not to mourn. He drove a silver blade into his own chest, and used his last breath to write a message on my headstone, in his own blood.
Liana, you will pay for your selfishness.
Then I opened my eyes, 3 days before the bonding ceremony, back where it all started. Under the accord, the council gathers at full moon to hear the oracle's decree. They promised my adoptive sister, Sarah, to Clayton Blackridge, the dying alpha of the Blackridge pack. And me? I was assigned to Christian Grey, the stray rogue my father took in, the one who just clawed his way to becoming alpha of Greycliff. But on the day of the bonding ceremony, Sarah ran. She couldn't face giving herself to a man already half in the grave. She came back, and tried to bond with Christian herself. I got there in time to stop it. In her shame and fury, Sarah threw herself off the cliffs. Eventually, Christian went through with it. He bonded with me. Everyone said he treated me like a queen. I believed them, right up until the moment he became high alpha of the 5 packs, and flayed 27 members of my pack alive, nailed their skeletons to our border posts as a warning. By the time I died, there was nothing left of me, and now I'm back. Christian is standing by the moonwell right now, waiting for me to choose him, just like last time. But this time, I'm done.
We don't need to wait for the oracle. I'll go to the Blackridge pack. I'll take the dying alpha as my mate.
No hesitation, no grief.
Since she's going, I ask for your blessing to mate with Sarah.
In my last life, he spent this entire week pretending to be desperately in love with me. So why is he so eager to throw me away this time? There's only one answer. He didn't just come back to find me. He's been reborn too.
Christian Grey, you gave your word before the Moonwell. You swore, once you won the Alpha Challenge and earned the Council's recognition, you would bond with Liana. You would protect this pack.
I looked at my father. The white in his hair was worse than I remembered. My mother died young. He raised me alone. And when the 5-pack accord threatened to send me to Blackridge, to be used as a living lifeline for a dying alpha, he found another way. A half-starved rogue pup, freezing to death in the snow on our border. My father gave Christian a name, food, training, the protection of our lands. He burned the last of Greycliff's political standing to put him on the alpha seat. At the cost of everything we had left. Every piece of it. All of it, to keep me safe. That kindness got us both killed. In my last life, Christian threw my father into a dungeon and had his fingernails pulled out, one by one, every single day. Revenge for the one time my father stood between him and Sarah. I stepped forward and steadied my father's hands.
Father.
The reality, Christian already has 3 of the 5 packs behind him. The second Clayton dies, he becomes high alpha. And Greycliff? Our hunting grounds are half gone. Our allies have vanished. The only reason we haven't been swallowed whole is because Christian technically came from our pack. He's a man who lives for revenge. Until I have a real plan, I have to play nice.
Alpha Aldrich, I'm not that orphan boy anymore. Let's not dig up old things.
I knew that smile. He was wearing that exact expression when he ordered my 27 pack members skinned alive.
Or is this another act, Liana? Are you going to play the Mortem again? Just so you can push Sarah off another cliff?
Relax, Christian. I'm going to the Blackridge pack. I'm not changing my mind.
You better mean that, Liana. If I find out this is another game, another way to hurt Sarah, I swear I will strip your rank, cast you out of this pack, and leave you to rot on the dead zones of the border. Alone.
This is all my fault. I pitied him. I raised him. I handed him everything he needed to take power. And I built a monster. Liana, I ruined your life.
Dad, going to Blackridge isn't a death sentence. It's the only chance we have at a real life. Because I knew what the alternative looked like. I'd lived it.
Christian's hands on my father's collar, dragging him to the dungeon. The bones of 27 of my people hanging on our own border posts. Me, locked in that east wing, grief eating me alive until there was nothing left. I have a secret Christian doesn't know about. I carry the rarest healing bloodline in 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒆 history. It can reverse death itself. I'm gambling everything on this. If my bloodline is strong enough to save Clayton Blackridge, then I can save 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒆. And this time, I'm going to make Christian Grey pay. I made my decision, then went straight to the market near the 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒆 border. Walked straight to the back counter. There it was, my mother's moonstone pendant, resting on a square of black velvet. The chain had snapped a few days ago. I'd left it with the old silversmith to be rest-rung.
Christian is absolutely spoiling Sarah. Did you see that white silk gown? I heard the labour alone costs more than a hunter makes in a full year. That's nothing. The lining is northern white deer belly pell. And the buttons? Real moonstone.
In my past life, right before he marked me, I asked Christian for a nice dress.
It's not exactly a memorable occasion. No point wasting money.
I scoffed and reached for the pendant.
I want this one. Give it back! That's mine. It belonged to my mother. I only brought it here to get the chain fixed.
Christian's expression shifted. He knew exactly what it was. When my mother was dying, her last words were to him. She made him swear he would clasp that necklace around my neck on my wedding day.
I want this one, Christian. Christian. This is the only thing my mother left me.
Your mother has been dead for years, Liana. How long are you going to keep clinging to the dead? Or are you still holding on to the idea that if you wear it to the moonwell, I'll remember that old vow and choose you?
Oops! The craftsmanship really wasn't all that, was it? But I'm sure you don't mind a little wear and tear, given where it came from.
This was the last thing she ever gave me.
Stop clinging to dead things, Liana, and stop dreaming about bonding with me. It was always Sarah, only ever her.
I looked up at the two of them, and the memory came before I could stop it. The day Sarah jumped, Christian had stood at the cliff's edge for the entire night. When he finally came back the next morning, his hair had gone white from root to tip. Shock, grief, like his body had turned on itself. And yet he had smiled at me so gently, brushed the hair from my face.
I know you're grieving for Sarah. Don't let it destroy you.
For years after that, he was tender, patient. The whole pack talked about how devoted the High Alpha was to his wife. I believed every word of it, right up until the day he consolidated power over all 5 packs. That was the day he had 27 of my people flayed alive, their bones stripped and hung in the moonlight. Blood everywhere. I screamed at him, demanding to know why.
Sarah's been alone down there for too long. She needed company.
Then he locked me in the East Wing, and left me to fall apart until my heart simply stopped. Before Sarah had gone to Blackridge, my father had promised to bring her home the moment Clayton died. She didn't have to jump, but she did. And Christian used that as justification to destroy everything I had ever loved.
You really do think too high of yourself, Christian. The man I'm bonding with is Clayton Blackridge. We still have to look at the dress. Don't let her ruin it.
Let's go. You're really going through with this? Once you cross into Black's territory, there's no coming back.
I've made up my mind, Dad.
I went out to the courtyard to clear my head. Sarah was already there.
Big day tomorrow, sister. Just make sure you keep your eyes off someone else's alpha.
What are you so afraid of, Sarah? That I'll take Christian back? Or that the Blackridge contract isn't as settled as you think?
Christian is mine! Go to Blackridge and rot! That's exactly where you belong!
Let go of me.
It wasn't even a hard wrench, but the moment I broke her grip, she pretended to fall backward.
Help!
Christian came out of nowhere, slammed into me as he lunged past. Sarah clutched his shirt and sobbed.
I just wanted to say goodbye. Why would she do this?
Christian's eyes found mine. They were blazing, that deep.
Are you still this delusional, Liana? You disgust me.
His calm came to chest. The force knocked the air out of me and sent me flying backward. The cold was absolute. Water flooded my nose, my lungs.
Pull her out.
The future high alpha of the 5 packs, and you can't even smell a lie this obvious.
You think the truth matters, Liana? Do you honestly believe anyone has ever cared about you? Your mother is dead. Your father has one foot in the grave. You have nobody.
How could you say that? They raised you. My father treated you like his own blood.
Liana, you need to learn who gives the orders from now on. If you ever speak to me like that again, I won't hesitate to help Aldrich along on his way out.
Don't worry. By tomorrow, I'll be gone to the 𝒂𝒃𝒐𝒏. You won't have to see me again.
Liana, given everything between us in our last life, I'm willing to go to the High Council. I can have them cancel the Black Ridge assignment. You don't have to go.
But only if you behave. Only if you remember your place. If you do, I might even come see you from time to time. But you will stay quiet, and you will not lay a finger on Sira, are we clear? Don't throw your life away just to spite me. I know you still have feelings for me. Why else would you be clutching that pendant like your life depends on it?
He reached into his belt and pressed something into my free hand. A small glass vial.
Feigned death potion. Take it tomorrow. Everyone will think you've passed. Tomorrow night, I'll send someone to bring you out.
I looked down at the vial sitting in my open palm. Then I opened my fingers. It hit the surface of the moonwell and sank straight to the bottom. The night of the bonding ceremony. Moonlight spilled across the territory like a silver flood. Bone flutes wailed low and mournful. The leather drums hit deep, steady, like a second heartbeat. Growls rolling through their throats in something older than words. Then a heavier drumbeat rolled in from the distance. The Black Ridge escort came onto the grounds. 4 Black Wolf guards in 2 lines, clearing the path. Behind them, 2 elders in dark gray pelts. I stepped out from the shadows and walked toward them.
Why is there another escort? I already sent my men. That's not Liana. Tell me that's not her.
Alpha, it is! Blackridge sent word. 𝒂𝒃𝒐𝒏 is too ill to come himself. She sent the elders and the Moon Temple priest to bring her home.
That's not possible! She was supposed to take the potion!
No one answered him. The Black Ridge party turned toward the border, drawing me further and further away from everything I'd once known. We reached the heart of Black Ridge territory.
He's inside.
I went in alone. Clayton was half reclined against a pile of dark furs.
Alpha Clayton, I'm Liana.
He looked at me for a long time. Then he reached out and pressed his palm to my cheek. His hand was burning with fever. A faint smile.
Do you consent to a full bond?
My heart skipped a beat.
I do. Mark me, Alpha.
I tilted my head and bared my throat to him. My healing bloodline surged and poured everything it had into him. I held his gaze, trembling, watching for any sign it had worked. Then the tension left his face all at once. He laughed and pulled me into his arms. He tilted my chin up and kissed me. I walked out of the tent slowly, still collecting myself.
It's Christian Grey! He's broken through the gates. He's saying 𝒂𝒃𝒐𝒏 is dead, that the bonding is void. He's here to take 𝒂𝒃𝒐𝒏's people back.
I smoothed my clothes and walked toward it. Christian was already in the yard, a squad of armed guards behind him. The moment he saw me, his eyes went straight to my throat. The fresh mark, dark and unmistakable.
Liana! How dare you?
How dare I what?
The High Council has handed 𝒂𝒃𝒏 over to me. Your father's too old. Everything in that pack is mine now.
You're standing on Clayton's land. What's the plan, Christian? Dragging an Alpha's mate off his own territory?
Enough with the act. He won't make it through the night. Come with me now and I'll let the bond go. I'll sort it with the council when we're back.
Sort what? That I chose Clayton over you? There's nothing to sort. You think you're worth choosing?
Take her now!
The guards closed in. Hands seized my wrists and wrenched them back. A black feathered arrow split the air. The whole yard went still. Clayton was walking toward us.
Who's taking my mate?
Every guard Christian had brought dropped to their knees.
You brought armed men onto my land. Are you trying to die here?
Christian's face had gone the color of ash.
The High Council of me authority over 𝒂𝒃𝒐𝒏. I'm reclaiming what belongs to my pack.
You only become High Alpha if I'm dead. Do I look dead to you? Right, baby?
Right.
You heard her. Now take your people and get off my land. Let's go.
He turned and stumbled toward the gate. His guards dragged the wounded man out behind him. Silence settled over the courtyard.
I saved your life. You owe me.
Name it.
A partnership. Help me bring him down.
He looked at me. Then he laughed. Low, quiet, and pulled me closer.
For you? Absolutely.
Clayton kept his word. But honestly, just being alive was already making Christian's life hell. I leaned back on the first sofa and listened to the Blackridge Scouts report.
Just as I thought.
In my past life, Christian traded 𝒂𝒊𝒄𝒏's prime hunting grounds for political favors. He used my father's name to strong-arm smaller tribes into lopsided deals, swallowing their land one by one. And through it all, he would always tell me,
Liana, it's all for show. In my heart, you're the only one.
Like a fool, I believed him. I believed him when he went through our ceremony but refused to mark me, refused to make the bond real. I believed him when he eventually took Freya, the Snow Ridge Alpha's daughter, as his legal mate. I believed him right up until I realized I wasn't even his mate in the eyes of the law, just his shadow. But this life, it's Sarah standing beside him. I wanted to see what he'd choose. Power? Or the woman he'd spent his last life desperate to get back. A maid came in with tea.
Liana, Sarah threw another fit this morning. Shredded that white star pipe Christian brought back from the east.
Did she?
In my past life, I swallowed everything, stayed quiet, kept my head down. Sarah wasn't built like that. She wasn't going to let him share power with another woman without a fight. Sure enough, the walls of the 𝒂𝒊𝒄𝒏 longhouse were shaking. Sarah's voice hit a pitch that could shatter glass.
You told me we didn't need council registration! You said we didn't need a claiming mark. That as long as you believed I was your mate, that was enough! And now Freya is coming here for an official bonding ceremony? What does that make me, Christian? Some kept woman you've got stashed in the Alpha Lodge?
Sarah, stop. This is about securing our position. When did you get so unreasonable?
Unreasonable? Did you think I was Liana? That I'd just sit here and take it?
Enough!
Oh, enough? Who swore I was his only one? Freya isn't even through the door yet, and you're already looking for ways to push me out!
An alliance with Snow Ridge is the only way to lock down the northern hunting grounds. Once I've consolidated power before the council...
And then what? She moves in and I pack my things? Clear out of the Alpha Lodge to make room for her? Answer me! Who told me I'd be the only mistress of 𝒂𝒊𝒄𝒏? Who said this whole life was for me?
Sarah, Blackridge is the most critical piece of the puzzle. I have to do this.
You have to? And what am I, optional?
You know you're everything to me. Why do you think I've been covering for you all this time?
You killed Liana's mother. You poisoned Aldrich and kept him bedridden. I buried all of it. For you.
You didn't do it for me. You did it for yourself. You're a coward, Christian. You spent years playing the loyal lapdog to Liana and 𝒂𝒊𝒄𝒏, and you hated every second of it. That's why when I went after her mother, when I poisoned her father, did you try to stop me? Not once. But look at you now. After all that, she still chose a dying man over you.
You're going to the Northern Watchtower tomorrow. You'll stay with the patrol units until you remember who you are and who I am. Don't come back until you do.
Two weeks later, Christian went through with it. He and Freya exchanged vows before the elders. But I knew Sarah wasn't done. Freya had been in the Alpha Lodge for 3 days.
Sarah, she slit her wrists.
The message arrived in the dead of night. Sarah had slit her wrists. Christian didn't even change out of his formal suit. He rode to the border alone. The guard said when he kicked in the tower door. He found her slumped by a small window, bandages already soaked through.
Sarah!
Sarah.
Why are you even here?
I was wrong. I never should have left you here alone.
Sarah's tears broke, and she collapsed into his arms. 3 days later, she walked back into the 𒂂�𝒄𝒏 Alpha Lodge like she owned it. Freya wasn't the type to be pushed aside. The very next day, Snow Ridge issued a public declaration. Freya was the only recognized mate of Christian Grey, and Sarah's private ceremony meant nothing. Sarah didn't take it quietly. She laced Christian's wine with a heat-inducing wolfsbane tincture and triggered his rut by force. Caught between two women at war, Christian withered. He looked hollowed out. It dragged on for nearly 2 weeks. Then Freya received an anonymous letter. Clear, detailed, and impossible to dismiss. The person who had actually dragged a half-frozen Christian out of the icy river all those years ago. It was Lyanna. Sarah had been living on a stolen debt for years. That night, Freya brought the evidence to Christian.
Who actually pulled you out of that frozen river? Tell me the truth.
She laid it all on the stone table. The old pack doctor's signed confession, the original herbal prescriptions, and the piece of fabric I had torn from my own sleeve to bandage his wounds. The blood on it long since turned black. Christian started shaking.
Get Sarah in here! Now!
Sarah was dragged in. She looked at the old wolf kneeling on the floor, then at the cloth, and went pale. Christian grabbed her jaw.
It was Lyanna. Lyanna saved my life. Why did you lie?
Fine, it was her! But who spent the years after that making her life a nightmare? That was you! Christian! Don't pretend you didn't know. You just didn't want to admit it, because if you did, how could you justify any of it?
Shut up!
Now you see her for what she is.
Something in Sarah's face changed. Before anyone could move, she pulled a dagger from the folds of her dress.
Freya!
Christian lunged and caught her as she fell. Sarah stood staring at her own hands and started to laugh. Freya didn't survive. 3 days later, white wolf flags from Snow Ridge lined every inch of the 𝒂𝒊𝒏 border. The Snow Ridge Alpha stood before the High Council and demanded justice for his daughter. Within a month, the council stripped Christian of all protection. He never got to taste what it meant to be High Alpha. He was kicked from the council seat before he ever sat in it. Back in Black Ridge, Clayton wrapped his arms around me from behind.
Satisfied?
We're just getting started.
The council handed down their judgment. For Freya's murder, Sarah was sentenced to exile. Christian, stripped of his title and protection, was banished from 𝒂𝒊𝒏 alongside her. Hard labor at the Northern Watchtower. I went to watch them be taken away. Sarah moved in heavy iron chains, stumbling under the weight. Christian followed behind her, hair matted, eyes sunken.
Lyanna. This is your fault.
You chose every single bit of this yourself.
And what about you? You're just hiding behind Clayton.
Enjoy the North. You two deserve each other.
Bitch!
The chain snapped him back and he snapped. A Black Ridge guard drove a boot into the back of his knee. He hit the frozen ground hard.
You think Clayton will protect you forever? I'll be waiting.
Take them.
The guards hauled the chains and dragged them toward the gate. I watched until they were nothing but two shapes dissolving into the distance. The reports came back from the trail one by one after that. They fought over scraps of rotten meat, the guards threw them. In one fight, Sarah bit off half of Christian's ear. Crossing the Blackwater River, she shoved him into the rapids. He hit the rocks. His right leg never healed right. In the mountain caves one night, Sarah lost her mind entirely. She used a sharp stone to carve lines across his face while screaming my name, screaming that I had come to take my revenge. The guards said she'd broken. Then the council sent investigators to 𝒂𝒊𝒏 to look into my father's illness. They found traces of a slow-acting poison. Sarah had been killing him for months. The council issued a final decree. Exile wasn't enough. Both of them were banished from the 5 packs forever, stripped of their wolf spirits and cast into the barren wastes. No pack, no protection, no mercy, left to tear each other apart until the wilderness finished what they'd started. I stepped into the 𒂂�𝒏 longhouse. My father was resting against a pile of furs by the hearth. The pack healer was crouched by the fire grinding herbs, and gave me a small nod as I passed. My father reached a hand out toward me. The moment I took it, I couldn't hold it anymore. Clayton stood in the doorway and watched us in silence. My father looked up at him and smiled. Later, the 3 of us shared a quiet meal. Afterward, Clayton walked me outside. The moon hung low and full over the trees.
Clayton, our deal is done.
His arms closed tighter, chin resting on top of my head.
So, you're the mate I chose for myself. Lyanna, you stepped into my world, you're not leaving it.
It was only later that I found out the truth. The council hadn't simply assigned a 𒂂�𝒏 daughter to Clayton. He had gone to them himself. He had asked for me specifically. It finally made sense. 𝒂𝒊𝒄 was a pack in decline. There was no political reason for an alpha like Clayton to choose us. He didn't want the alliance. He wanted me.
We've met before. A long time ago.
The memory came all at once. The day I pulled Christian from the river. I'd poured everything into saving him, and collapsed in the snow afterward, too spent to move. A figure crouching beside me in the dark.
The cloak. That was you?
He reached up and traced his thumb gently along my cheekbone, and nodded.
This isn't the end, Liana. This is where our mate bond truly begins.
The sun sank behind the mountains, the sky bleeding violet and gold.